to the Real Estate Scripts Podcast, the show that helps you know what to say when you're talking to buyers and sellers so that you can close more deals and earn more money. I'm Darren Tunstall, a real estate professional, coach, and #1 best-selling author. Let's get into this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. Today, we are reviewing the script titled, You Are Not Very Aggressive in Selling My Home. As a reminder, the purpose of scripts and dialogues is to come, learn, practice, and be prepared to fail forward. This is where we make mistakes and help each other out, but we're mostly interested in seeing how we can get better. First, we read through the script word for word, and then we go back and put it into our own natural tone, style, and phrasing. You won't know what to say until you go through the script. So, with that said, many people will say, that's not how I sound. And I totally get it. That's not how you sound. But that is the reason why we practice every day, so that the script becomes you and in your own voice. So, read it word for word first, then go back and put it into your own natural tone, style, and phrasing, and I think it'll work out. So today's script is ongoing service to the seller. It does not seem that you are very aggressive on selling my home. To set the stage, the seller's home is on the market. They see advertisements by the listing agent, but they do not include the seller's home. They are concerned that the agent may not be aggressive enough to sell their home. So for example, this is if you're mailing out regular postcards to an area, and they happen to see one of your regular postcards just for general communication. The requirements are that the home is actively listed on the multiple listing service and you have a residential listing agreement. The intention is to help the seller feel comfortable that their home will sell and that you are doing everything you can to help it sell. I prefer to change that word, that you can do, that you are doing everything in your power possible. How about you are doing everything necessary to sell their home? I like possible, but I'm going with intention. Possible means that there's a possibility that it might not be either. You guys ready?
Sure.
All right, so this is a 2-pager, a little long, but again, it's more informative is all it is. It's not a long drawn out conversation. It's just really an explanation of this is what's happening, and what you're receiving is something that I send out normally. And I assure you, I have already done marketing with your home that is specific to just their home. Let's have Debbie be the agent, and Kevin, you're going to be the person, you're going to be the seller. So she's your agent. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Whenever
All
you're
right.
ready.
I'm ready. Okay. Well, Kevin, I understand, and I appreciate you bringing to my attention that you feel that I'm not doing enough to get your home sold. But remember in the very beginning, before we agreed to work with each other, that I had told you that in this market, inventory is very low. However, most people don't buy the first home they see. Sometimes they don't even purchase the house that they called about in an ad, and they keep looking online to see if there's something more to their liking online. They might do a drive by the house, see if they like the neighborhood and so forth, and then they'll call their agent to go and preview it. So let me just put your mind at ease, because I'm not sure if you're aware of all of the things that we are currently doing to sell your home. As you remember, after we got it on the MLS, I sent a professional photographer over there, and those photos are not only on the MLS, but those were in my coming soon postcards, my social media, the flyers that we canvassed your neighborhood with. And I mean, websites using our broker syndication, which legally allows us to distribute your home all over the internet. And as you're aware, it is on the MLS as of 2 Thursdays ago. Do you have
Uh,
any questions thus far?
Um, how long do you think it's going to be on the market for?
We just need to find the right person that sees your home as the right fit for them and or their family. We just sent out 250 homes around your house, 63 homes in each direction, more of the flyers. And we also caravanned your home with other realtors last week. And so now, they'll be on the lookout for some of their clients that your home meets their criteria. So, also in our Keller Williams office, all the agents and the broker are aware of what your home is listed for, what it has to offer, and also on our team. You know, this way, there's 980 offices, Keller Williams offices. So if someone's going to relocate to where you live, that's also out there and available. And of course, the for sale sign in your front yard if someone happens to pass it by, or, even a neighbor that will let their friends or family know that your home's for sale. We've only had the one open house so far, but we're having another one Saturday and Sunday. And, last weekend the weather wasn't that great. So hopefully our foot traffic this weekend will be a lot better. Um, Before last week's open house, I knocked on all the doors in your neighborhood to let the homeowners know that about the open house and that your home is for sale, and asked them if they knew of anyone that might be interested in moving to their neighborhood. Um, Remember when I told you about showing time and you told me when you would be available to let potential clients view your home, make an appointment and see it? We've
Um,
had four different appointments for this Friday. So, I mean, that's even before our next open house. So maybe one of them will be the right fit. We have had a lot of hits on social media marketing, and we have it posted on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also on LinkedIn. And that's another thing, if someone's looking uh, to relocate here, they can find your home on LinkedIn. And so that's just part of our advertising campaign to promote your home. So as you can see, we are doing a lot of work to get your property sold. We just need to give it a little time. And, we have a great weather this week, and I your home's priced right and it's in great condition. So we just need a little bit of time to let it do its work. So how's that sound, Kevin?
that sounds reasonable. Um, Definitely put me at ease.
Yeah,
Definitely put me.
and I think you saw the postcard that you saw was the standard mind awareness marketing that we do normally do in a neighborhood. And this
Yeah,
is the same card that you called from when we met. So even, you yourself know that it works. It brings light to, if people were unaware your home's for sale, now they do know it's for sale. We've had a lot of hits, especially on social media. So I think along with that and all the other campaigning and marketing we've done of your property, it should sell, in a fairly short time. Okay.
all right.
Well, if anything of and don't, I mean, if you're concerned, I'm glad you brought it to my attention, your concerns, and that's what the reason you hire a realtor is, so we stay in full communication, and I let you know what's going on and you let me know how you're feeling, etc. So thank you for bringing this to my attention.
No problem. Yeah, I was just a little, worried. Yeah.
Okay, I know it can be a, you know, it I get it because I have sold my own home and wondered. I've had clients that, sometimes they get an offer the first day, sometimes it takes a couple of weeks, but with the inventory so low, I'm not worried about your house selling in a at the highest price in the least time. So okay, well, unless you have any further questions, I will touch base with you right before the open house on Saturday.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you, Kevin, for your time.
All right. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Kevin, you don't sound like a very motivated seller to me. You know, I,
Oh,
I feel like we need to do that again. Um, but yeah, Kevin, you need to again, I'm gonna keep saying this a little bit more often. You need to bring a little bit more energy. Um,
Okay.
all right.
and I
So
kept saying, and every time I said, it threw me off. Now I'm like, I
it
should have
is.
like a shock thing. One of those things that shock you when you say
There you
it.
go.
Yeah, I get tied up and when I start doing that and I'm self-conscious about it and then I
Mhm.
lose it.
You know, like
Yeah.
and so. Also
Like
the
I
long
said,
also the long drawn out ands or so's like and like that.
Yeah,
I have
that's the
heard
Valley girl in me.
I've heard a lot of that. No,
Mhm.
well, I don't think it's just you. I think everybody actually does it. It's
Right.
just being conscious of what it is. And when we feel or it seems like that we're going to come up with that, the best practice to do is to stop and pause. My daughter and I were talking about this last night. She says during a presentation, the teacher would just give you a mark off in your paper. I said, so what do they do to help you correct it? She said, they just give us your mark off. I said, so you just have to suffer the consequences. I'm like, all right, well, so that doesn't really help. I
In a
just said,
speech class I took in college, there
mhm.
was a gal that um, when she gave her speech, she kind of rocked on her feet back and forth. Have you ever seen anyone do that?
I
Mhm.
have, yeah.
Yeah. And the teacher actually put these kind of like a bean bag, but they're heavier on each foot. So she would get out of that habit, and it ended up working. She did good after that. So,
That is cool.
mhm.
I've actually seen teachers do that when they're talking. That's funny you say that because I remember back in high school, there's a couple teachers who would do that rocking thing. And it's like, while they were talking in front of the class, I don't know if it was like to get more comfortable or what. Stop. Sorry.
Anyways, all right, so let's have Emily go and then let's have Debbie be the seller. Okay. And really, Debbie, you're asking the question, as a seller. Hey, Emily, I saw this thing. What's going on with my home? I see your marketing, but I don't see my home on it. What's going on here? That's the question.
Page 54.
Page 58.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Got it.
57, 57.
57. And then when I looked at my magic words, I lost it. Okay.
It does not seem that you are very aggressive on selling my home.
Right.
All right, so
Okay.
when
So
you are
Debbie's
ready.
calling me or I'm calling her.
Well, either way, you just got to handle the question.
Okay. Hi, Debbie. I got your message. Sorry, I was on the other line. What's going on?
Well, I have some concerns, Emily. I just saw some postcards uh, in my neighborhood, and it had homes that recently sold, and it had some for sale, but mine wasn't on it, and I'm just wondering how will my neighbors know my home's for sale unless they see the sign when they drive by.
Well, the sign is getting installed today. I do have some direct mail marketing going out. I'm not sure who that was from, but I have my own, and with your listing that showcases your house by itself, the gorgeous pictures that we took that we went over. Remember, you picked out the pictures you wanted me to showcase, so that'll be
Um,
on there. It does take a couple days to get it together and mailed out. You should be seeing that probably, let's see, today's Wednesday. I'd say by Friday in your mailbox.
well, that sounds good. Well, this just came from the La Mesa Keller Williams, so I guess I assumed that I would have been on that postcard.
Well, we didn't get the pictures done in time to get on that one that they mail out. That's from the office. I do my own because, like I said, I want to showcase your house by itself in its best light with the best pictures. So, I hope that's okay with you, but like I said, I'd let you pick out the pictures you wanted on there, and that should be hitting people's mailboxes on Friday. You'll get one as well. So it goes out to 250 homes in your neighborhood, I believe I sent it out to. So
But the open house is Saturday, isn't that kind of cutting it short?
it is, but that's the timeline that we had to work with as far as getting your home listed last Thursday, and the photographers out here. You had all that stuff you wanted to clean up first. So we had to get all that stuff packed up. I'm not trying to give you excuses. I'm just trying to say, we had to work with the tools that we have and the timeline that we have. So it doesn't mean it stops there. The open house is going to be amazing. That's, a lot of people are invited. I'm not just inviting people through direct mail. I'm inviting people on social media. I'm calling other agents outside of Keller Williams as well, in case they have a buyer looking, and they might not even have a buyer looking in your neighborhood per se, but they might have somebody looking for a home like yours, and they've never thought of looking in La Mesa. So, I should have them aware of what we have to offer as a suggestion to, their clients.
Okay, I guess I thought it would like happen quicker, you know,
Right.
but I understand it was just last Thursday it went on the multiple listing. So guess I'm just nervous and I'll try to be more patient.
Right now, because of the interest rates, homes are sitting a little bit longer on the market because there's not as many people that can qualify for what they want to qualify for. So homes are sitting a little bit longer, but I fully feel that you will get full asking price, if not over. We just got to get it exposed to as many people as we can so the right buyer sees it. And sometimes that might take an extra week or so.
Okay, well, you're the expert, so
And then we're reviewing offers next Monday, right?
well, if we get offers, yes, that would be great.
I think we will. With the open house and the mailers going out by Friday, it's exciting. And you don't want to do the mailers too early because you know what? People put them aside and then they forget about them. But if they come
Okay.
sooner to the date, they're like, oh, we should do this. We got to go out to Costco anyway. Let's stop by this open house. I want to check it out,
Okay, and then do you have any kind of signing that's going to be in the neighborhood that's going to state that there's an open house?
Yes, I put about 10 signs throughout the neighborhood just to get
Oh, okay.
traffic directed in the right place. And just for the visual effect, people may not have time to stop by the open house, but it brings awareness that your home is for sale. And
Okay.
even if they don't have time to stop by, they might say, oh, okay, 123 Main Street's for sale. Let me check it out on, realtor.com.
Okay, well, you've eased my mind.
That's what
So
I'm here for, Debbie. Don't worry.
okay.
We're
All
going to get the
right.
most amount of money in the least amount of time.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right, sounds good. Anything you would change about that?
I think I said too many times.
Yeah. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Let's reverse this. Let's have Debbie be the agent again. Emily, you're the seller, and make it a fairly quick phone call.
Okay.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello,
Hi, Emily. This is Debbie.
Debbie.
I was
Where
on the
have you been?
phone. I've been good. I was on the phone with another client when you called, but I heard you had some concerns about your house. And I just want to ease your mind. If you remember when we first started out on this journey, I kind of told you, first you did the lender and then the marketing campaign and the photographs, and it's all going along right on course. We got your house on the MLS Thursday. We have the open houses Saturday and Sunday. Social media is already gone out. All the agents are aware of what your home has to offer. And I have a good feeling about this weekend. I got all the flyers ready to pass around your neighborhood. Um, I'm sure you already received the coming soon postcard because that when you're in the neighborhood. So you should have received that. And it's all going to come to fruition. And I understand it's kind of nerve-wracking just what's going to happen and when it's going to happen and, all the variables, but that's what I'm here for. It should be seamless to you. And just know that the things that we discussed, the marketing plan, it's all in place. All of it. You got your sign installed yesterday in your front. So now even more people will be drawn to it. And
It seems like you're too busy with other clients to help me. I can't even get through to you when I call, so it's kind of frustrating.
well, if someone had called right now during our conversation, would you want me to stop our phone call and take theirs? I
I don't
mean,
care about anybody else. I care about me and you selling my home like you promised. And I just feel like you told me you'd be a great communicator and that you answer your phone and that we'd stay in contact. But I feel like when I call, you're always with another client or on the other line, or there's some excuse. And it's very frustrating. I want to believe that I made the right decision in hiring you. And I know you have all this stuff going on, but we haven't gotten any offers yet, right? Or have we? I don't know. You haven't told me anything that's
well, when we discussed it last week, when the photographer came over, we're exactly on target, and everything I laid out in our initial meeting has happened. Every single aspect has already happened. And we're just waiting now for people to either go on to show times, which you picked the times that would be convenient for you to be gone, that, appointments can be set. If you think about it, I mean, it's only Friday and it just went on the multiple listing yesterday.
okay.
So if there's something that you felt should have happened before that, I don't, I believe that we're right on track, and it's going to be great weather this weekend for your open house, and we should have a lot of foot traffic. I feel confident that we should be getting offers because you live in a neighborhood that's so desirable. And as far as communication, we've spoken every step of the way. I'm not understanding, you know, why you think we're off course or something, because we're not.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens this weekend then.
Okay, sounds good. Just hang in there. It is a process, but we're right on target.
Okay. If you say
Okay.
so.
I'll see you right before the open house. I always get there about an hour ahead. So,
Oh, perfect. That sounds good.
okay. We'll see you then.
So, question. So initially, the one word that I wrote down was proactive. And then everything turned south because I felt that Debbie was calling to say, hey, everything is going good. Just wanted to catch up with you, let you know. And I was thinking proactive, proactive, proactive. And then Emily turned it around very quickly. She was like, what's up, Debbie? Where are you?
Mhm.
So I'm curious, Emily, from the response that you got, how did you feel as a seller? And how do you think a real seller would feel given her response?
I don't think I would say I'm on the other line with another client. I think that's too much information. I think I would say I'm sorry, I was on the other line.
That's true. Yeah, because if you're on a line with another client,
Then
then
I'm your second client.
then
I'm
who
not
am
your
I?
first client.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Maybe you're on the phone with your dentist making an appointment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which would be better for me as a seller. I'm still number one.
That's a really good point. So if we're talking to another client, they don't need to know that. They just need to
Exactly.
know
Yeah.
that, look, you know what? I'm on the other line. Let me finish this up and I'll call you right back or whatever. Something like
What
that.
are those platforms like when I call Norlisa, I think Chuck too, maybe I get an automatic text message when they don't pick up.
Yeah, well, you could set your phone to do that too.
Can you? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to do that.
If you set your phone, like if you're on the phone, or you can set up custom messages. So you know when your phone rings and you can click on the little menu there and it'll say send, I'm driving right now, or no.
Okay. Oh,
So
I need to do that because I get a lot of calls when I'm driving.
yeah, or you can set your phone to when your phone is in motion, like at a certain speed,
It'll automatically.
it'll automatically do it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's really a safety
Yeah.
feature so that when
I
you're
don't like to
driving,
answer when I'm driving.
yeah. Well, we shouldn't answer when we're driving. We shouldn't
No.
be texting or talking or hand holding when we're driving, especially.
Right.
Well,
Um,
I do, but I just talk. I don't have
Yeah.
to.
I don't handhold. No.
Yeah,
just
I
talk.
don't. It's hands free. Yeah.
the other is people send a lot of voice messages too while they're driving versus typing. You can send a voice message.
Right.
Oh, the text voice to text never works well for me.
No, I mean sending an actual voice message
Oh,
via
okay.
text. That's
Okay.
what I mean. Debbie, how did you feel about that?
Um, I think that Emily made a good point about not saying that I was with another client. Um, but two, I think kind of asking the client what it is they feel that isn't up to speed is good, because if everything has been done, then there's nothing left to be done until everything starts moving, and appointments and things. So, but there are going to be clients like that, so
It's
Yeah.
true. And even though this is under the ongoing service to the seller, this is actually going back to the conversation of preparing the seller too. Like, hey, this is
Mhm.
what's going to happen, and this is what we're doing. And really, this is just a list of things. We may not do all of these things, but there's just a list of things. Here's what's taking place. Here's what we are
Mhm.
doing. You may or may not have seen all of it yet. Some of it's done in the background, some of it's in your face, like a postcard or a door hanger or something like
Mhm.
that. But otherwise, I do feel like both of you did a great job. All right, other than that, it's 9:06. We're done for today. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Debbie, if people hear this or when people hear this, how do they get a hold of you?
They get hold of me either by telephones, area code 619-559-3949, or I can be text same, along with my email at debbielogan@kw.com.
And Emily, when people hear this and they want to call you, how do they get a hold of you?
You can call me or text me at 619-922 888-888-7720. Or you can email me at sandiegohomesbyemily@kw.com.
All right. And I just want to say that anybody who is hearing this should definitely reach out to either Debbie or Emily. They're both amazing realtors and they will for sure take care of you. All right. Thank you all very much. Talk to you soon. All right. So that's the script. I hope that you found it very useful. To download the script, just go ahead and head over to realestatescriptspodcast.com. There'll be a link there for you to download the script. This podcast is for the purpose of education only, and it does not make any guarantees. We suggest you seek out the help of your broker, coach, or mentor for specific situations. Brought to you by Darren Tunstall at Repros, California DRE number 018534445.